That's all.
Do you think it was more the Jets providing a blueprint for everybody on how to beat New England, or New England just didn't play all that well, and that's why the game was close at the end?
Well, there are debates on whether they had 9 drops or 7 drops. I will go with NESN, which is the station in Boston.
Yeah.
And they recorded all the passes and exactly what happened. And they said that there were not 7 drops. And I think they're right. It could have been 7. It could have been 9. It didn't matter. They're having problems hanging on to the passes from Tom Brady, who still completed 20 passes. Still,
he threw 54 times. They ran it only 9.
Well, that's why I'm getting to the flaw. What are the flaws of the New England Patriots? He got rushed. He got pushed down.
That's the only part of the blueprint. I mean, there's no. That's the blueprint to beat New England. You have to make Tom Brady uncomfortable. We've seen it in the past.
I don't know that you could. I don't know that you could ever make him uncomfortable.
Well, if you put on a really good pass rush,
I don't
pass
think
rush
that makes him
kind of like the Broncos can put on.
He does a wilt like an Andrew Luck
That's
under
true.
pressure.
He stands tall in the
Yesterday,
pocket.
Andrew Luck was under pressure, under duress, addressed problems. 11 out of his 23 first half passes and didn't respond well.
There's something wrong there.
It's still his shoulder, I think. But in the case of Tom Brady, he's unflappable. Is that a way to put it?
Sure.
I think he's not going to. Peyton, we've seen at the end of his career, is aware of the rush is coming. But Tom Brady's a little more athletic. It's hard to believe that at 38 that he was probably at 30. He led the team in rushing yesterday, and you kind of laugh about that. This is the first time in his career he's ever led his team in rushing. He rushed for 15 yards. If I'm correct, I think they only ran the ball 5 times other than Tom Brady.
True.
They have just totally abandoned the running game, even though I think they've got a couple of good quality running backs there.
And when they want, they can go to a game where they run 25, 30 times. See, they are so chameleon-like. They are so adaptable that one week Brady can throw 54 times, and the next week he can throw 24 times, and they still win either way.
But they're missing Nate Soldier, left tackle.
True.
So there is more pressure coming. I think the Jets did a good job of not making mistakes, not committing errors. You cannot commit turnovers against the Patriots. They're going to take care of the football. I think Brady has 1 interception. I don't know that they've got many fumbles this year. They are dropping passes. Edelman, since he broke the finger, is dropping passes.
Yeah.
Brian LaFell, I said on another show, should change the name of his spelling to Lefail, because they can't trust him. And I always liked him. I wanted the Broncos to sign him during the offseason.
Even Gronk dropped a pass yesterday.
Yeah, and they had drops in the end zone. So is that something that you can defense against? No, not at all. I think that what you have to do is, you're right, you have to put pressure on him. I think you have to give them the running game and see how, if they do start, I'd rather them run the football, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want the ball in Brady's hands.
So if I'm the Broncos, and we're looking now way ahead, and there's a big game coming up, but if I'm playing them at the end of the November, Thanksgiving weekend, and I've got my people, and they have people that are looking games ahead and breaking down tapes and everything, I would be in a dime offense, dime defense full time. And just
have 6 defensive backs on the field to go against Tom Brady.
And I'd put the rush up, and I'd have one of those defensive backs blitzing. I'd have one of my linebackers blitzing. I would blitz.
And you got T.J. Ward who's good against the run.
Yeah.
So.
And then if they run successfully, I'd rather switch out of a determined pass defense into a run defense than the other way around. But that's one thing about it. I think that that Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels are brilliant strategists. And whether you like Josh McDaniels when he was coaching Denver or not, he was a very intelligent, sharp mind. He just wasn't a people person. He's not a people person. Yeah. He didn't know what to do with what he had there.
And he didn't have the maturity to lead and to manage other people.
But he's in the right situation. I'll be curious, because he's going to get another job offer. He gets one every year. He'll get another job offer. I would take Miami out of the mix, but there will be San Diego.
They're going to be 6, 7, 8 openings.
Do you think Josh McDaniels would come back to the AFC West?
Sure. The offer was right, and he had the right quarterback.
How would you like him lining up with Philip Rivers for a couple of years?
Oh boy, I don't know that those two would get along. Phillip Rivers can be kind of ornery, and kind of like Jay Cutler.
So anyway, you think the Patriots are the #1 team?
Yeah, but I don't think the Jets provided any kind of blueprint here. I think this would have been a 2 or 3 score game if New England holds onto the ball, if they catch the passes. The only thing they showed us was what we already knew, that if you put some pressure on Brady, you might be able to jostle him a little bit.
The Broncos had fallen, if you could say that, to #2 defensively overall. Yeah. I would think the Jets giving up 30 points yesterday probably puts the Broncos back top. I have not looked at the stats today, but so you've got the #1 defense in the National Football League going up on Sunday night against the what I consider to be the #1 offense. You provided me with something this morning I didn't know, that the Patriots, the Green Bay Packers are giving up actually fewer points on defense than the Broncos. That's hard for me to believe after the Chargers game. I just thought, they must be giving up a lot of passing.
Well, the Chargers
yards.
threw for a lot of yards. They didn't score a lot of points that game.
Sure. So I think that this is an examination for the Broncos.
Yeah.
And we have to talk during the course of this program about what maybe the Broncos have been doing and plotting in order to get the offensive better.
And we're going to get to that shortly after we tell you that John Elway Chevrolet is the